I think this must be it, Will. Look, it's the Practical Classics workshop. And who's this? None
Hello
other than
there,
Matt
guys.
Tomkins.
How are you doing, Chris?
Hold out your hand.
How you doing, Will?
You've met Will before.
I have. I've spent lots of money with you over the years.
You have, and you know what you've gone and done? You left behind your calipers for your MGF.
Ah, excellent. Thank you very much for bringing these along.
Oh, I understand you'd like some help today, so
It
we're
would
going to
be
come
great.
take a look.
Yes.
We've got calipers, we've got discs, we've got a set of Go Faster Goodridge stainless steel braided hoses,
Yeah.
and we've got some Mintex pads. Pretty standard stuff. It should, fingers crossed, go on, I should think, within a couple of hours to do both sides on the rear.
I'll quote you on that.
2 hours. Let's see about that. Braided hoses are a great way to improve your braking efficiency as they don't give way to hydraulic pressure like standard rubber will. First out is the handbrake cable. Remove the retaining clip, followed by the circlip and clevis pin.
As with cars of a certain age, they tend to be got at where the component part isn't replaced with the same component, and in this case what we have here is someone has ingeniously put in a screw which they've then attempted to put a small slot in with a hacksaw. So this is going to add to the job, so that previous quote of 2 hours might be 2 hours 15. We'll see where we end up.
It was a bit optimistic. Next, remove the 2 bolts securing the cable bracket. With that out of the way, we'll undo the 2 bolts fastening the caliper to the caliper carrier.
So now what I've done is I've taken a 14mm socket and I've put it onto the back of the caliper to hub bolt here, so I'm going to release those now because I've already removed the screws for the sliders. So this will mean that it's easier to get the caliper apart because I've left the caliper attached to the hub in order to get the sliding screws off.
A liberal application of penetrant along with a good breaker bar and steady application of torque should see these bolts out without incident. With these bolts out, we can jiggle the caliper off of the disc. We'll be retaining the caliper carrier, so get it cleaned up as best you can, paying particular attention to the shims. The brake disc itself is retained by 2 screws, which are best removed with an impact driver. Do your best not to round these out. Remove the brake disc and dislodge any loose corrosion. Time permitting, you could apply a straight to metal paint here if you so wish. It doesn't hurt to spray the new disc with brake cleaner to remove any corrosion blocking oils that may be on the surface for transport. Fit it using the new retaining screws. This part's messy. Clean up all the components that we'll be reusing, especially the shims. Next, we'll undo the brake line. Ideally, you'd use a brake line clamp to seal off the system. We've improvised with a pair of mole grips, which isn't ideal. Remove the retainer and separate the hose from the solid line. Ideally, add a bung to the end of the solid line to stop it dripping. It's time to open up your new hoses.
They're a really well constructed hose. They're UK manufactured, best quality you're going to find. We've been selling them for 35, 40 years and we love putting them on our MGs.
We're going to fit our new hose to the caliper first and then to the solid line on the car. Refit the caliper carrier, reusing the same bolts that we removed, only now cleaned and with a dab of copper grease. Observe your manual for torque settings. Refit both the inner and outer brake pad, adding a dab of copper grease where they will contact the caliper. Next, secure the caliper to the carrier, again reusing the original bolts, cleaned and with a dab of copper grease. This won't allow them to vibrate loose, but it will be a great help to you when you next come to service the car. Now you can return the handbrake bracket, again reusing the same bolts, bring the cable into position and refit the clevis pin and preferably a new split pin. Finally, just fasten your braided hose to the solid line on the car. The original retaining clip is compatible with the new Goodridge hose. Degrease your braking surfaces, add a final smear of copper slip where the wheel will mount to the disc, check your torque settings, and you're all done. Repeat the process on the other side, bleed the system, and enjoy your new braking power.